Welcome back to the Beer Couch Podcast. My name is Cale Manning.
I'm Zephyra.
And today we have the one, the only, America's favorite, friend of the podcast, lover of beers from around the world, attractive, former roommate.
I'm Nate Cologne. Hi. Nice to see you guys again.
Welcome to
I
the
literally
podcast.
woke up and saw Avi.
Yep.
But Avi, nice to see you again.
It's a great time when we all have lived together or at some other point have like moved apart. Nate and I were roommates first, then he moved in with Avi, and now we're just like one big swingers club.
When are we gonna live
Roommates.
together?
Dude, probably never. Are you kidding? Well, this is us living together. This is like the closest we're gonna get, and we already argue like an old married couple on this show.
It was meant to be.
It definitely was. Welcome to Beer Couch.
Thank you for having me.
For the folks at home who don't know, this is the podcast where we talk about beer, we drink beer, and we catch up with the boys. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm very excited. We got some really good beers. Some that are maybe not my go-to palate.
Nope.
Not
At all.
It's going to be an uphill battle for me, but I am excited nonetheless. Avi, do you want to introduce our first beer?
I would love to. So today we got Sky Kraken. Sky Kraken is a hazy pale ale, very tasty, and it's got notes of like melon and pineapple and some citrus and some pepper. So it's really gonna rock your senses.
They put pepper in this?
Yeah, like black pepper.
Dude, you gotta pepper
we
your
should
beers.
garnish it with black pepper. You tell me
Oh
when to
yeah,
stop.
shit, that's my bad. We have pepper in the kitchen. We can go get some pepper. If we put pepper in your beer, will you drink it?
Yeah, I think we should add pepper.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start. Keep sit down. We're gonna start. We're gonna enjoy this beer first, and then
We'll add pepper later.
we'll make Avi try pepper.
No,
in
all
his
y'all.
beer. All right.
We're all gonna try it with pepper.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
First beer of the podcast.
To the Kraken.
Here we go. To the
Cheers,
Kraken. Ooh.
I love that.
That actually,
Yeah, that's good.
You know, it's definitely fruitier than I go for
It's definitely fruity.
normally. It's gonna be a very fruity
It's
podcast.
a fruity podcast.
It's definitely fruitier than I go for, but I don't dislike it. I will admit, it's actually pretty good.
It's got the color of like a mimosa.
That is true. It looks like, you know, it's a Saturday afternoon. I'm drinking mimosas and brewskis with my boys. It's a good time.
This has color.
Oh yeah. For our audio listeners who are unaware, because it's a running joke inside of our niche circle that I don't think anyone besides us would understand, Nate is very colorblind.
I can't
Painfully
see
colorblind.
What does this look like to you?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Piss.
Okay. Your piss is that opaque.
Yeah.
Oh shit. We gotta call a doctor. This is a good beer.
This is good beer. And if we want to be completely honest, we were in the liquor store.
Yep.
I grabbed the second beer we're going to try really quickly. I knew we were going to get that. And Avi was just like, what am I going to get?
As I do every time.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't decide until an hour before
the
we shoot.
very last minute. Yeah, I think I definitely plan out because I've got like my go-to beers that I enjoy that are maybe lesser known. But
The
I know
underground.
the undergrounders. But yeah, you're like a roll the dice last minute, being like, "This looks cool," and then he's like looking up information and stuff like that on his phone. It's a great time.
Literally, the packaging is like a squid in the air, and he's like, "Oh, that one."
That's a fucking.
When
Hey,
it comes to beer, you definitely should judge it by the cover because the cooler packaging usually is a better beer.
books, maybe don't judge by the cover, but beer, absolutely. A good-looking beer, you can't go wrong with it. So what do you know about like this brewery? And
I know that it is a Seattle brewery.
okay.
And that's about it. It's
Okay.
called Fremont. And
Fremont.
I'm interested in trying some of their other beers. And their tagline on their beer is because beer matters.
Beer does
Because
matter.
I guess so, according to this podcast.
Well, thank you for your deep, in-depth research paper that you've done on
yeah.
this. This is your dissertation
That's right.
of the day. This is for a Seattle beer, pretty damn good, I would say.
Have you ever been to Washington?
I actually haven't. I've always wanted to travel in was at the Northwest part of the U.S. It always seems like really pretty.
The Pacific Coast.
Yeah, that one. But I've never gotten a chance to. I feel like you've been there, right? No.
No, I've gone up to PCH, but haven't made it past California.
For me, who's a Midwestern boy, what is a PCH?
The Pacific Coast Highway.
Whoa!
It's the pitch.
The pitch.
I'm like you call me a pitch dude? Have you been up to Washington?
Yeah, I have. So I have family up in Vancouver, Washington, and so I always fly into Portland. And this upcoming winter, I'll be visiting Portland and staying in Portland. So I'm very excited to check out Portland for the first time. And I just love that area. Like the whole Pacific Northwest is so pretty.
No, I've seen it from like videos and pictures and stuff like that. And it looks fucking gorgeous.
So are you more excited to see Bigfoot or the riders?
Ooh, good point.
Definitely Bigfoot.
Okay.
I'm out looking for him, and we're going to hang.
We're going to do a Beer Couch episode where you phone us in from your Bigfoot hideout, and you'll be asleep in a tent looking for Bigfoot, drinking beer, and on a video call with us.
And we getting mauled by Bigfoot.
Yeah. He's like, I'm reporting from the Washington area. I'm being eaten alive. It's not good. He's taking my right foot off. I can't run anywhere.
This is a grim prognosis.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully you do see Bigfoot. I would love to actually either prove it or disprove it permanently.
Through Avi.
Through Avi, our own Beer Couch boy.
What do you make of the people who have gone missing or disappeared from looking for Bigfoot?
Honestly, not to be rude, but I do I feel like a lot of the people who go missing, I feel like none of them are like really outdoorsy people. And a part of me wonders if they're like totally like, I could do this, I know this, and the blah blah blah, and then they like die of like fucking like cholera or something awful.
The elements.
Yeah, the elements
Not even
actually
animals,
get to them.
just
the animals get to them
outside.
after. They get to them after, but at least in the beginning, I feel like it's like they're just woefully underprepared, and they have like all these like electronic equipment to like be like, we're gonna track the heat signature of the Bigfoot trekking to the trees, and then they're just like, oh, and I slipped and twisted my ankle, and I have nothing to like re-straighten it again, and I guess I will just starve and die here.
Technology will not save you from a lack of survival skills.
No, it is. I always say that. Go learn some survival skills. They're good for you.
Avi, would you ever hunt for Bigfoot? Like, seriously? Like,
No.
would you ever go out there and look
I'm not really much of an outdoors person.
Oh my god, would you?
Yeah.
Dude,
that sounds like fun.
I would love to do a Bigfoot hunting episode.
I mean, we're going to find, like, nothing.
No, absolutely.
We're never going to find anything. We'll probably find, like, just homeless people in the woods. We're not gonna find Bigfoot.
Like, I'm seeing like scat on this tree, and then like we follow it, and like, oh shit, that's just a homeless guy.
Ooh, they can join.
They can join in the hunt. Yeah,
exactly. They can help us out.
Be like, have you been seeing weird things? He's like got like fentanyl sticking out. He's like, yeah, I've been seeing tons of weird stuff out here.
He's just leading us deeper and deeper into the woods.
He's like also just as confused as we are. No idea. Oh my god. No, this is the perfect. Yeah, that's the perfect Bigfoot show. And we can do it like every single time. We'll do it like a Discovery show or something like that. So it's like the most basic things being like, oh, we heard a sound and these bushes are like down. Someone walked through here. Possibly a squatch.
It's just a PA like going real quick and like stomping on the ground.
Oh my god. What was that one show? Was it Blair Witch or something where people were just like chucking like rocks and like trying to like distract people? I heard something about that. Like one of those shows was like totally fake where they would like switch like walkies just to like
I know there's the hillbilly monster people that like they're all hillbillies with shotguns that just pop off in the air.
Oh my god.
And then they just fake everything. It's really funny. That
show is amazing to me because I feel like if you have like a bunch of hillbillies and stuff like that, there's like almost a 100% chance that if like a PA tries to like make something happen, they will be shot.
Yeah,
so the fact that there have been no like severe injuries from that production that we know of, I mean, they might be hiding some stuff. They're covering it up. Big hillbillies covering up the deaths on the monster hunting shows.
Well, Avi, anything else about the beer?
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I'm a big fan of this beer. 5 out of 5. Would definitely drink again.
Wow, 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. We need to come up. I've noticed this. The past like few episodes, we don't have a solid like rating system for beer. We need to come up with like a Like a good
a rating system, a rubric for our beers.
I feel like 5 is too like short. I think we should go for like maybe like out of 10.
We need categories.
Out of 100.
Yeah, out of 100. Damn, dude.
Just like that's a 43.
I don't have the patience for that. I want like.
It does taste like orange. You know, like the citrus is definitely there.
Yeah, it's a good summertime beer.
Yeah,
that's what I will say. I'll rate this just because it's a little fruity and it's not my go-to. I'll give it 8 out of 10 couches.
Couches.
I like that.
Would you drink this with breakfast? It feels like a breakfast kind of beer.
This does feel like where I'm like waking up and I'm like, I just want some orange juice, but I want something like a kick in it. But I'm not really quite feeling like going for the mimosa, so I'm gonna be reaching for this beer.
So alcoholism.
Look, that's like the undertones of the Beer Couch podcast. Like, we don't want to like fully address it. Our last episode is just gonna be an intervention where we have all the guests who've come on and basically be like, Avi, Cale, you guys need to stop.
If you or someone you know is experiencing Beer Couch, get some help.
Or call us. We'd love to have you on the podcast.
The funny thing is, I've been trying to get on this podcast for like 2 episodes now. I was promised to be the first, and I kept getting replaced.
I'm sorry. We get busy, and then we forget things. And this podcast, I mean, like, I know we've talked about this on the show already, but like Avi and I've been trying to get this like going for about 2 years. It started at a party in Chicago and has led us like 2,000 miles away, all the way to the sunny state of California,
all the way to all
the way to Lille, and now we're actually doing it, which is Congrats. It's weird. It's fun. Thank you. Yeah. It's good to have you on, man.
Literally, I think when you first moved in, like one of the first couple things we ever talked about was like how you wish you could do this, and then you finally did it. So congrats, you too.
Thank you. No, I know. Well, I remember there was when Nate and I were living together, we had another guy who lived with us called Julio, and I remember when we first got like R.I.P. Julio, but when we first got the microphones and like all that, the mixers and all that stuff, we had everything going. Julio, Nate, Avi, and I all kind of like sat down together at our kitchen table, and we did like a trial run of the episode, and that got really raunchy and really out of hand way too quickly. And we're like, we're gonna have to roll that back a little bit, but
we can't talk about everything on the couch.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a recorded episode going into like 9/11 conspiracies, like all kinds of weird shit. It's like one of those things that it's like eventually one of us is gonna get hacked and it's gonna reach the light of day and everyone's gonna be like, what's wrong with these dudes? Absolutely. But in the meanwhile, we're just beering it up on the couch, and we totally glossed over it. But Nate, what would you rate this beer?
If we're going out of 10 couches, I would I like this.
Okay.
I actually would give this more of like a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
We're on all the way up. So a question, folks at home, we're gonna be fucking hiding it from you. But Nate, you're the beer that you brought, because you've talked about it with Avi and I, and you've shared it with us a few times. Is that like your 10 out of 10 couch beer?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it compares, especially after, because you having another fruity beer. This is our fruity episode. We're getting real fruity today.
I'm real fruity right now.
You wait a while. You'll see what happens. But
I'd also like to add that this beer was 2023 World Beer Champion.
You just remembered that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the beers are fighting.
It'd be kind of funny if the rest of the episode you just randomly throw out these facts on me like it's not on topic.
I remember you saying it was like the winner, like before we were filming, and I was like, all right, he's gonna bring that up, right?
Yeah. No, people have to know.
The folks, they deserve to know about the beer on the couch. Yeah.
I think that where this is heading is we need to create our own Beer Couch brew.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we need to start brewing for Beer Couch.
We should. I know they're like kits that you can get, and I've really wanted to do one. I've been thinking about it for a while.
What's going in your first Beer Couch brew?
Eggs.
Meat.
We're gonna be putting.
I want this beer to taste like a home style breakfast.
I'm gonna be putting bacon, eggs, and like a glass of milk into my beer.
Just ferment that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I had a I had some milk that curdled, and I like got it out, and I was like pouring. I'm like, this looks chunkier than normal.
This looks like it could be a good beer.
Literally last night, Avi and our other roommate Parker were debating on whether the milk they had in the fridge had gone bad, and Avi's like litmus test to see if it was bad. I was like, is it curdling already? Like, do you see any like little chunks?
If you see the chunks, that means it's probably no bueno.
I was like,
it's probably good for another week.
Yeah, you're fine.
Just ignore the expiration date. Like, yeah, it's
dude,
fine.
Yeah,
it expired today.
Oh, it was bad. I was looking at it when I poured it out, and I'm like, should I be seeing that many chunks in it? I took like a few sips of it too. Dude, I'll roll those dice. I'll be honest. The amount of times I've like maybe been like, let me see if I could eat that. Like with expired stuff. Oh, it's so bad. It's so dangerous. I remember. Were you there for the fry episode when that happened with Darsh? There's one time we were cleaning out our fridge.
Oh yeah, there's like old stale fries in it. And he started eating it.
I wanted to see how much I could like horrify everyone in front of me, and it kind of worked.
Yeah, no one else touched him except for Darsh.
Yeah, they were fine. No, but you didn't even touch him. He was like scared out of his mind.
I thought he ate one.
No, wait, he did have one, and he was like, I'm gonna die. And just purely to spite him, I'm like, I'm now gonna continue eating these. And like making eye contact with you out of spite.
They last a long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It definitely did taste a little funky, and it got to a point where I was like, I should stop eating these so I can like digest them without it getting bad.
Well, actually, you know, you could die so easily from like eating cold rice. Have you not heard of
cold rice?
No, yeah. What is this?
Have you not heard of fried rice syndrome?
No.
It kind of sounds a little racist saying it out loud, but it is like a real thing of like, because rice has so much bacteria in it from like the rice itself, and then especially with fried rice, you add so many more ingredients into like eggs, beef, whatever, that if you eat it cold and it's not properly warm enough, like people have died from that.
Jesus Christ.
Like this young guy like died from that, and my dad sent like that article to me. He's like, make sure you heat up all your food correctly. Like my dad's like super into like making sure like, all right, we made it today, we can have it tomorrow. After that, it's done. Like if it's not finished, we gotta throw it away. We don't want to die.
Oh my god.
No, I understand. Like as someone who's worked in a restaurant, I am so paranoid about like little micros in the food.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So like if something has been in the fridge for longer than 2 days, I'm like, that shit's over.
Seriously. I guess I'm just like the odd man out who's just like, I don't really care.
Like you'll eat anything no matter how long it's been in there.
Yeah. Hey man, food is food.
But also like we didn't know shit for like thousands of years.
That's true.
So you just kind of got to smell it and taste it and hope.
I've never, despite my like insane food eatings and stuff like that, I think I've only gotten food poisoning once.
And what was it from? Do you remember?
Well, we talked about it. Oysters. Remember that
oysters,
one?
Yeah. It was the oysters.
And that was it. And it was because it was the first time I'd ever tried them too. So I had like no context as to what they should taste like. And I was like, I guess it just tastes like shitty seafood. And then sure enough.
But like seafood especially is so temperature all meat, right? But especially seafood is really temperature sensitive. It has to be kept very cold because the ocean is really fucking cold, right? So these animals are kept very cold in the ocean, and when you pull them out, like you're exposing them to all kinds of elements and temperatures. So
just another fun fact for the beer couchers at home: the ocean is cold.
Yeah, I think the worst food poison I ever got was actually ate Tyson chicken nuggets.
Really?
Yeah, I had Tyson chicken nuggets and it completely wrecked me for like 2 days.
How old were they? Were they like...
No, they had just been bought. I think it was just a bad batch, honestly.
Jesus.
And I've never had like Tyson specifically. I've never had Tyson chicken nuggets ever again.
Damn, dude. I think like, I mean, I've definitely had like bad food, but I feel like, I don't know if I'm just like, I've gotten really lucky. I mean, knock on fucking wood. It's very possible I may have just been lucky, but I think like... I mean, especially with the fries.
True.
Like, I think I might just have, like, good stomach lining for dealing with shit. I mean, I eat, like, complete garbage, but luckily it's not caught up with me yet. It definitely will at some point, and I've probably got, like, a good 5 years before I really got to start worrying about that. But for right now,
you're fine.
I'll be eating as much, like, week-old fries as humanly possible.
I got food poisoning in Bali from this really exotic... extremely local fish.
Oh, no.
Like from the pond.
Yeah.
Like from the little tiny lake next to where I was staying.
Oh, dude, that'll fuck you
and
up.
it was one of the best fishes I've ever had. Like it was so good. Like I'm picking around the bones. I ate basically the entire fish. And the next day I just regretted my entire life.
He's like, it was so good until it really, really wasn't good.
Yeah, no, because so the next day we had planned to, and we did, we climbed up this mountain, this little mountain that was like 5,000 feet. So I'm like absolutely losing it. My stomach is on fire,
dude, no.
and I'm climbing up this steep ass mountain,
You poor
5,000
man.
feet. And then when I got to the top, I had a little coffee, and it was just the next week was hell on earth.
Why would you have coffee if your stomach's on fire?
Oh, yeah, good point.
I don't know. It was not a good choice.
I feel like coffee, I don't know, coffee might help because it's like, what? It's like a diuretic, right? So maybe it could like help you pass that stuff.
Yeah, but he's on a
quicker.
mountain.
So it's coming out of both ends at that point. It's not good.
Yeah, so be careful what you eat. And but also, take risks.
Take risks.
Sure, yeah. Eat the weird pond fish.
This has been like an oddly inspiring episode of Beer Couch.
Be brave. I also got like weird food poisoning from Ethiopian food, but I had like the most amazing Ethiopian food.
Okay, so your experience then with like food poisoning is that you've had really, really like good experiences with the food and then
food is
felt
so good.
bad after.
Exactly.
Is the same
Which
for
is
you?
not fair.
That was just Tyson chicken legs.
And like nothing tasted weird about it.
No, it tastes fine.
See, that's so weird. I wonder because like when I had my like shitty oysters,
It tasted bad.
it had like a flavor to it, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize what that flavor was because I hadn't had bad seafood beforehand until I think it was like a few months later, and I had like some shrimp, and it was bad shrimp, and I was like eating it. I'm like, oh fuck, that's what that taste was. So like, I don't know. Maybe some foods just have tastes.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, Tyson chicken nuggets are so processed, too, that...
Right,
Yeah.
and they're also putting out like billions of pounds.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Sometimes you just
inevitable
get a
that-
bad chicken in the bunch.
Exactly. Right.
Ah, shit. All
That
right.
happens, that happens.
Well,
Is it time for another beer?
yeah, my chicken boys. Let's drink up and let's see what
I
Nate,
finished.
let's see what Uncle Nate brought for us.
Do I win a
next.
prize? I finished first. Do I get the couch? Do I get Avi?
Actually, yeah.
You can
Please,
be the
please
next
take him off.
couch.
Please,
That's your
no.
prize.
You can take him off my hands. Seriously, please. But yeah, Nate, let's see what you got.
I have brought Mango Cart from Golden Road Brewery.
He brought a beer.
I did bring a beer. I guess before I get into some fun facts about this, I found this beer because my alma mater, SCAD, had an event at a brewery, which is on par for just on par for us. We're all little alcoholics. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
Totally calling scat out right now.
absolutely. I will every day of the week. But
Are
yeah,
school kids like beer? No way.
yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, it was a really fun place, and they were like, I was like, hey, what's a good like beer you guys have that's like on tap or whatever? And they're like, they told me all the options. It was all from them and Mango Cart, and I love mangoes. My grandmother used to give me mangoes all the time, so like I gravitate towards that.
No.
And so yeah, it's this really cool brewery. It's in Glendale. If you guys ever want to go out there, for people listening who haven't been there, it's really great, really fun. They have fun games, good food, good beer, good times. But this is a brewery that was started in 2011.
Nice.
I'm blanking on the
I
founder's
had no
name.
idea that was that new.
Yeah, it's that new. But she's one of the first women like run breweries
Really,
in the
like,
entire world.
female
Yeah.
owned?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
completely. She's
Yeah.
there's like not many of them, so she was one of the first. So very young, very very just newly started, but they seem to be doing really really good.
Yeah.
And they're started right here in LA itself.
Hey,
so
perfect.
one of the things they like to incorporate is a lot of their artistry that a lot of LA people have, because of course it's like we're in LA. There's a bunch of artists that do everything here, so they like to mix that into their drinks. So they have multiple drinks, multiple different like themes of drinks for different types of seasons. But my favorite's always been the Mango Cart, which is this one right here. I know Cale kind of hates this thing.
It's a little fruity from my
It's
taste,
very fruity.
but I mix, I'm gonna go into it with an open mind and an open heart, and maybe this will totally change my mind.
Maybe.
Probably not, but maybe. All right, guys, palate cleansers, come on, boys.
That's some good water.
You guys know the beer couch way. We gotta keep it clean and tidy on the couch. All right. I'm stoked. Let's do it. Beer
Cheers
number 2.
to your
Cheers,
grandma.
guys. To your grandma, yeah.
Yeah. Look at Cale's face.
It's like
Look at his face.
It tastes like juice.
It tastes like juice.
It does taste like juice. I just want my beer to taste like beer. Where's the hoppy?
So, our 4th of July party.
Yes.
We had just moved into like this spot right here.
Yeah, really. It'd only been like a few months.
Yeah. Fun fact: we lost power that day because someone decided to crash their car into the light post.
You can't be doing that. It's not good.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the?
Someone had too many mango carts.
Oh my god! Someone did have too many mango carts. God, I remember we were powerless. I mean, like we didn't have power.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we're just gonna go get breakfast someplace because we didn't have any power. We didn't have anything. So we drove to like this little breakfast shop, and we were coming back, and our old roommate Julio. He was driving, I think, and we were going past like where the scene of the accident was, and Julio like rolls down the window. Super Spanish guy, by the way. So the accent that I do to impersonate him is just how he sounds.
Yeah, it's true.
And well, he's turning, and he like rolls down the window, and he like sees a cop, and so he's like, "Oh, let me address the cop." He's like, and so he goes to the guy, and he's like, "Hey, is everyone okay?" And the cop looks at him, and he goes, "Yeah, we're taking care of it."
No, he said, "We're cleaning it up."
We're cleaning it up. That's right.
I'll never forget that.
We're cleaning it up. And I remember we were all like driving back. We're like, oh fuck, they're fucking dead.
Yeah, they did not make it.
Jesus, yeah, that was a bad one.
But yeah, that day though, we did get power later on. It was like actually closer to the party where we finally got power.
Like an hour before it came back. It was perfect.
But I had, and I kid you not, 5 of these.
God damn, dude.
I had how many ever Jello shots you made?
Oh,
there's one whole mango in every single.
I know. I got my fruits like in it.
Yeah.
And
technically, it's healthy.
that was actually the first time I actually hung out with Avi. Because he had come to the house before, and I was just like, "Who are these weirdos coming to our house? I don't know them."
And now you live together. Look at that.
That party, I gotta say, was a pretty legendary party.
That was a great 4th of July
But that
party.
day, Avi and I played cornhole together, and we killed it. And then Darsh, who's my other roommate now, and who's Avi's business partner, I wanted to fight him the whole time. I just wanted to fight him. I kept telling him, like, Darsh, I want to like fight you.
Nothing has changed.
Let me beat the shit out of you, please.
And now you live together.
Yeah.
And now
gotta
you can
get you
fight
guys
each
in
other
the ring.
whenever you want. Yeah, we'll do a beer couch boxing special.
Absolutely.
With you and Darsh. We'll put you in the ring.
Absolutely. I would love
Who
that.
would win?
Knee hits or no knee hits? That's the
If
question.
it's knee hits, I win every time.
That's true, yeah.
No knees.
No knees?
You can't touch the knees.
Okay.
That's
I still
a little
think I
bit.
could win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
he,
a little
he,
bit more.
he likes to say ow to like everything, so I feel like just
That's
one
true.
good hit and he'd be like,
He
on the
is
floor.
also twice your size, though.
Yeah,
he
but,
just has to hug me.
but he's speedy.
No, he's not.
Well, you're speedy.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
He's,
shit.
he's not speedy, but he could crush you. He could turn your bones into powder.
Continuity, Avi. Fucking guy.
Please leave that in.
Those paper
totally-
towels were not there.
I totally fucking dripped.
What are you gonna
Avi.
do? VFX them
you
out?
probably got on camera. I spilled on myself too.
Oh, he's spilling himself too. Everyone's fucking spilling. Oh my god. So yeah,
Reload
Avi
drunk.
spilled in between. If you couldn't tell from the paper towels that
All
just
over the
appeared
floor.
magically on the table. But yeah, Darsh. I don't know. You're a speedy boy, so I could see you like out maneuvering Darsh pretty easily.
I just fight everyone in our household.
Yeah,
Avi-
we'll work through it.
Yeah.
We gotta do a bracket.
Oh my God.
Avi, though, you have like weird little strength. Like
It's,
you don't
it's really strange.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah.
Probably from all my PA days, but you know.
Every now and then it's like, what the fuck? Where'd that come
Yeah,
from?
because his strength doesn't kick in immediately.
Yeah.
Like, it happens towards the end. Like, we were arm wrestling, and I was like, oh, I got this. And he was literally going down, and all of a sudden, he just started going up like nothing.
like,
I was like, Avi, what the hell? He's like, what? It's like, I just have it. I have the strength.
He just doesn't tire out. I think that's what he does.
Maybe, yeah.
It's the endurance.
Yeah. You got the little man endurance.
No one knows where it comes from.
No one does, but
But
That's
what's it called? Yeah, kind of just looping back to this beer. I think the reason why I like this beer so much is like it was one of the first things I experienced in LA. Like I moved out here completely alone. I knew nobody. Julio was living with me at that apartment at the time, but we didn't really know each other very well. And by sheer coincidence, some SCAD people had reached out to me and say, hey, we also live out here. Do you want to meet up? And I've kind of carried this ever since. So for me, this is 10 out of 10 couches.
Look at that.
I would also have to say that what's so interesting about beer, about
you got
Mango Cart is
Mango
that
Cart.
even though this brewery, I guess, has only been around for like less than 15 years, you can find this everywhere in LA.
No,
every single place you go
staple
where you get a drink, this is like a favorite beer.
Seriously,
So
they love their fruity out here. Seriously.
yeah.
Hang on.
Pause.
Hang on. No, I've noticed that, especially here, is that I feel like everywhere where I go to get beer, even if it's just like the local breweries and stuff like that, all of them are doing really, really fruity stuff where I feel like I go to my Midwestern breweries back at home. There's like a few really good ones, and they have it's a lot more bitter and a lot more like.
You want your beer to taste like the fields.
Exactly. I yearn for the fields. Also too. You think like obviously like the Midwestern winter, you kind of need that like to get through it.
The bite,
dude. You need that bite. That Midwestern bite.
Big fan of fruity beers.
I feel like it would be a lot better if I was like kicking it on the beach in the sun.
Oh, absolutely.
But like inside of our like air conditioned house, it's maybe not having the same effect on me as it would if I had my like feet up by the pool.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do need to go on tour with Beer Couch.
The Beer Couch tour. Yeah, if you like this podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, or follow all of the do the social media stuff, because we wanna tour and see beers all around the U.S. and who knows, maybe even the world. Probably not.
No, we're going to Japan.
We're going to Japan. Avi's dragging me to Japan.
I love Japanese beers.
I need to get my passport.
You don't have a passport?
You don't have a...
Oh, no, we've talked about this.
Passport.
You do not.
Yeah, no, you gotta get your passport. They last 10 years, dude. You have 10 years to go wherever you want.
Yeah, so I need to renew my passport. I let it expire during COVID, and I was like, it's fine, I'll deal with it later, and then I just never dealt with it.
So do you have an expired passport with little baby Cale on it?
I think I do, actually, yeah, because I think I got it in like high school at some point. Maybe? I don't know anymore.
If it expired around COVID, then yeah, you're probably like... How old are you during COVID? Like 20?
I think so, yeah.
So probably like around 10.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
Can you believe that there are countries where you don't even need a passport to like go anywhere?
Yeah, the U.S. You can go to any state you want with that one.
No, but there are certain countries where if you have an ID from those countries, you can go to like almost anywhere.
Yeah, but that's really just for like the European countries. Like I've never heard of like, if you're in China, I can go to like Vietnam just with like my Chinese like driver's license or whatever they have over there.
Yeah, Europe is just the United States, but instead of like states, they just have countries.
Yeah, going back to Julio, because I guess this whole episode is about Julio right now.
Welcome to the Julio special.
Yeah. Like
Julio cast.
He's currently biking like almost every weekend through some new European country because he's from Spain. He moved back to Spain.
He thinks he's better than us.
Yeah, and
he is.
He's literally just like on a bike tour throughout like every country like that's around him.
My favorite is when you told me how you talked to him. He's like, "What are you guys doing for summer?" And we're like, "Fucking working."
And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go visit like France, and then I'm gonna come back up and go to the beach with my mom." I was like, "Nice."
There is no summer vacation in corporate America.
No, you just keep working, and maybe you get to like take a week to see your family, but probably not. It's totally fine. We're all three of us now are a bunch of little corporate boys living the corporate dream.
It's really great. I work on a movie with Al Pacino.
Fucking nerd.
Al Pacino's
Can you be dropping that on this podcast?
I can. It's all public information.
It's all
Jessica Chastain is in the movie.
It's just
a pretty cool movie.
Beer Couch exclusive.
We start shooting on Monday.
You guys aren't shooting yet?
Man.
No. So day 0 was yesterday. They shot with like horses and did horse stunts, which is super cool.
That's awesome.
And what else? Yeah. Mondays they start shooting. So I'm excited. It's pretty cool.
Dude, that's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
That's cool. I work at a law firm. It's very boring.
Are we talking about... I'm not disclosing where I work, by the way, because I do not want to attach this to my place of work. But
like, I didn't say what law firm
we're talking about.
I just said a law firm.
Jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, you know.
The law firm.
The law firm.
He works at the business.
Yeah.
But
and Anyway,
I mean,
it's great having a job.
Dude, it is
Yeah,
nice.
no, absolutely. Especially in this economy.
It's busy. I know. God, I know. I really hope things get better, but I don't think they will.
We were on the way. We were talking about how the studios are just kind of a mess, except for Disney. Disney's kind of doing okay, but
kind of
the mouse.
But I guess their theme parks are down, so Wall Street is like having a fit. They're all pissed about it.
Yeah, I know. And, was that just Monday where everything was like, and
yeah, no, yeah.
Fucking shit, that was insane.
And then Iran threatened to bomb everyone, and then Taylor Swift got her concerts canceled
in Vienna. Yeah, there's a bomb threat.
Yeah, so like wild. It's been a busy week.
It's been a fucking. I know. Maybe that's why I'm so. Maybe that's why I'm like always so tired, because I'm like they were just ingesting so many things, being like, okay, there was a bomb threat made against a Taylor Swift concert with a bunch of kids that could have died. All right, moving on. Oh, there was more bombings going on in the Gaza Strip. Okay, next. And it's just like, and okay, like, oh, fuck, God, it's too much, I feel like.
Just because there's a lot of bad shit happening doesn't mean there can't also be good shit happening.
Exactly.
Name one good thing.
Beer Couch.
Okay, cool.
The Beer Couch podcast.
This is the best thing happening in the world right now. This is fucking podcast.
We are gonna fix the United States from this couch. Or any division that we have can be solved on this couch.
Between the two of you, who's gonna be president? Who's gonna be vice president?
I'm in charge.
I'm gonna be the president.
No,
you're gonna fight for it.
You're gonna be the president.
Nuh-uh.
All right, well.
Drink up, VP.
Cheers to running this country.
To Avi being my best VP ever.
I want to be a Secretary of Defense.
Dude, look, I'm going to keep excluding my VP from this conversation. I want you to bomb Canada.
We're in Canada.
We're taking the maple syrup ourselves.
We're going to annex Canada. That's going to be my big presidential move.
Let's do it.
Dude,
right? We're going in on this.
Okay, here's what's so fascinating about Canada. They have almost half of the landmass of the U.S., and they have less citizens than the state of California, which is just a little ridiculous.
Wait, how do you know all this? We didn't know anything about your beer.
Like, that's a good point. You had this memorized.
You had this ready on the go.
I know more than I should about Canada. So
why do you know so much about Canada?
Because Justin Trudeau is daddy.
Oh my God. And that's why he's the vice president.
So at the top of this podcast, you said I should plug stuff. When do I get to plug stuff?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Whenever it feels
I just really thought about it.
Fine. If you just want to talk about you.
No, it's because like I'm halfway done with this. I'm like, wait, when do we plug beer?
When do I talk about me?
Okay, I guess I have to plug two things. One is I know your previous guest was Sandra.
You do?
Yeah, I also used to be her roommate. Lovely person.
Yeah,
we love Sandra. We love her cat Yumi. But I just directed her music video for her. Mm-hmm. It's her first ever music video. We're now
very good.
I think cut 2 of the edit, and it's already looking really, really good. We're really happy with it. No. She goes by Sandra Issa now.
Yep.
Which was a big, like I was like, whoa, we changed your name, cool. So yeah, that's in the works, and hopefully have that out for her soon.
And absolutely, for our audio listeners, please make sure to go check her out. Obviously, we'll put her links in this one as well.
Sandra Issa.
Yep, that's how
please
it is.
Please keep her in the country.
Check it out. Keep her in the U.S.
Sandra Issa music.
No, it's just Sandra Issa.
She plugged it on the line.
It's Sandra Issa. There's if you're watching online, there's a really nice graphic in front of me right now that I made later. So look at that.
Yeah, and then I guess the second thing is I signed on with this other podcast network called The Aspect.
Arrival. The Aspect.
The Aspect, where me and my best friend from college, Andre, have our own podcast called Unhinged, where there is no theme to it.
Okay.
We find random things online, or they comes to us and we just talk about it.
I like it.
And we're just really trying to see how far we can take it before our main producer shuts us down.
Fuck yeah.
That's the entire
Do you ever have
of the
guests?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We do want to have guests.
Okay.
We just filmed episode 2 like 2 weeks ago.
Fuck yeah.
So one of our big goals is to eventually have guests, especially our main producer, who is always threatening to cut us off.
On the cast.
But yes, we really, really, really do want to have guests one day. No. So I have those two things.
Two volunteers right here. If you're
absolutely,
ever looking
especially because
we have to do a crossover.
Oh, exactly.
Especially because our first clip was just so wild. Everyone was like, "Wait, is this really what you guys are talking about?" We're like, "Yeah."
Oh shit! What are you guys talking about?
Our first clip and the first I was talking about what race of people sharks like to eat most.
Okay, you're coming in swinging, huh? Holy shit!
And
what was the consensus though? I mean, it's okay if you don't want to say. It gives people incentive to go. Listen to the
watch
podcast.
it. You'll see it because we will definitely be demonetized. I don't want to demonetize you guys just yet. So definitely hit us up. That's all I have going for me. Cale, what do you have going for you?
I do this.
Okay, Avi, what do you have going for you?
You're like, we're just okay. Now that I'm talking, we're gonna go down the road.
I produced a little music video for an artist named Cove, and Cale is coloring it right now.
I am,
which is so cool. And it's coming out in like a month, which I'm really excited about. Like, honestly, like 3-4 weeks now. So I'm really excited for it to come out.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Did you sing on it, Avi?
Yes. No.
Yeah. Avi does backup vocals. You have to listen really, really carefully, but he's in there. I'm telling you, he's in the mix. You just have to really listen to it.
At some point, I need to do a cameo in one of my music videos. That would be pretty dope.
Didn't
or
you?
We'll do a Lil Cancer music video. Right?
Oh shit, we should.
Have you talked about Lil Cancer? Oh my god! So for the viewers, okay, hold on.
We're not getting canceled. We're not getting canceled.
For the viewers out there, Lil Cancer is someone on SoundCloud that y'all should definitely check out.
Shit, the podcast is over before we even started.
Lil Cancer is my favorite artist. I listen to him when I wake up.
Yeah,
I have exactly one listener a month, and it's me.
It's Nate.
No, it's me. It's Nate. I legitimately play it almost every day because I think it's hilarious.
Oh my god!
Everyone I meet, I show like everyone who I meet and has met Avi. I'm like, do you know about this one song?
What's your favorite song?
The one about Noodles and Co.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you actually know.
Yeah. I forget the title of it because I just know it's about Noodles and Co. So I just call it the Noodles and Co. song, but I know exactly which one to play.
What inspired you to make a song about Noodles and Co.?
Working at Noodles and Company. It was not the worst, but also like pretty miserable.
Avi, you are the perfect representation of art imitate or life imitating art or whatever the fuck art imitating life.
I firmly believe that Noodles and Company is art.
But Avi, you hated working there, but I understand you do love Noodles and Co.
Yeah,
I did like working there. And it was also like really boring a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
But that's because I worked at a location that was super dead.
Yeah.
Where was your location?
In Lincoln Park.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that would
band?
be way more.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it was not. and the people who did come in were like moms with their children.
Perfect.
And it was like
Chester
little
Bennington on occasion.
Screaming 4-year-olds getting the little mac and cheeses. And they were just throwing shit on the floor, as kids do.
Yeah.
So that was my experience at Noodles and Company.
You're our noodle boy, our noodle correspondent.
I don't know why you don't like go up to them and be like, "Yo, I want to start a franchise in LA." You'd probably make so much money.
LA has no Noodles and Companies.
They don't have any Culver's either. You open a Noodles and Co. I'll open a Culver's.
I think we need to bring.
I have had Culver's. It's good.
It's so good.
Like Culver's.
Did you have the cheese curds?
Major chains.
I think so. Yeah.
Fucking better.
Yeah, because I went
Culver's is so
when I was in Indianapolis. I went.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, not me talking about Culver's on another episode. It's been every episode I've talked about Culver's.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
We are not sponsored, but we wish we were.
We wish Culver's would come to California.
God, please do it. Like, I get why you don't, but like, please come.
But like, start one.
Please, Culver's. Please, if you're Culver's, if you can hear me right now, every night before I go to bed, I give a little prayer to the gods of Culver's. I'm like, please give us those curds. Bring the curds.
We could start a little food hall with all these regional chains that like have not been introduced to California.
That would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
That would do really well. I feel like we get
because there's so many like people here from different places.
So many transplants.
It's a transplant city, so everyone misses the things that they don't have.
It's kind of funny. Like when I moved out here, I thought everyone I'd meet would be mostly transplants, but I feel like I know a lot more like local
I feel like
LA people.
it's 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
I feel
all
like
transplants are leaving.
Yeah, they're going back home. They're like, nope.
But like I swear, like I thought I'd meet more transplants. Like everyone's like from out of state or whatever. But I've been meeting a lot of more like, oh no, I've been here all my life. I've just moved now here, so like closer to the city. So it's kind of strange.
Okay, but like, which people do you think are cooler? The people who come here, or the people who've lived here the whole time?
Hot takes.
I will say, okay, I'll say this: the people who live here the whole time do know more like shit to go visit, so they can kind of give you better recommendations on like things to go do and see. But usually transplants I get along a little bit better with.
Yeah!
Mainly because they all have something to bond over. Like, oh yeah, we don't know what we're doing out here. We have no clue why we're out here.
Holy shit. We're like, what was the point?
Yeah. Literally, I moved out here, got a job with a producer.
Yep.
Won't name him, but wild experience.
Yep.
And then I quit his job
at some point.
Well, I quit that job because he ran out of money.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna join the workforce and be on sets. And then we had the strike.
Perfect. When I moved here, it was literally, I like got here and then they were like, oh, and then everyone's like, nothing's shooting right now because we all think a strike's coming, and then strike.
Yep.
Like literally month of.
Yeah, and like production is still down overall. It's
man.
like it there was this golden age of TV where like there was more shooting than ever before, and now it's just it will never be the same.
Yeah. Well,
but it could be. It could be if we just put some more money into production.
yeah, but
So
it's
chaotic
a lot.
neutrals funding.
It's a lot easier to. It's a lot easier to produce TikTok videos than it is to produce
True.
TV shows. So get ready, cutting your vertical videos, boys.
True.
It's the future.
Have you noticed? Like I was reading this like Twitter thread about it was starting to name all the recent movies
Yeah.
and how all the recent movies are framed to be in the middle.
Fuck, dude.
Like every like major subject of like the scene or frame
For
is,
marketing.
Yeah, it's for marketing. We can put it on
No.
TikTok and Instagram, and it's like, oh, you see what the subject is.
Oh shit.
But that is like inherently less cinematic.
it's happening.
Yeah, it is. It looks disgusting when you actually like put it side by side. Like, oh, every shot is framed to be in the middle. You're like, oh,
You know where this is headed, right? We're gonna head into a future where there are vertical movie theaters.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
can you imagine? It's just verse, so we just look it up. Like, ugh.
It's just a giant phone screen.
It's like an IMAX.
IMAX TikTok.
It's just an iPad on the thing. We're all looking at the
Yeah.
iPad going up.
I mean, all three of us are just a bunch of iPad babies, but
True.
it's fine.
I did have an iPad in school from like the age of 12.
Have you guys talked on this podcast about like what you guys came out here to do? Like what you like
No.
are trying to do? No, never.
No, we haven't, because we're just talking beer on the couch,
Oh, wow,
dude.
okay. Avi, what do you want to do?
Why am I here? I'm here to absolutely take over the town.
Take over the town. Yep.
I mean, I want to grow a studio and create a unique slate of different movies and TV shows as like a showrunner and executive producer.
How's that going for you?
Well, we're on the way.
Look at where you are. Look at where you're sitting right now. That's how it's going. Beer Couch Podcast. And on
This
that
is high art.
on that fantastic fucking note, that's our time.
We only let Avi say what he wanted.
You got your time. You got to talk about your shit.
Yeah, why are you here?
Why am I here? Because I want to thank everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you everyone who watched.
Thank you for everyone who watched and listened to the
Do
end.
your parents watch
We
this?
do really appreciate it. My parents do watch.
They
it.
do.
That's so cute.
And they
That's
actually
amazing.
they'll text me afterwards
That's
and be like,
awesome.
"You guys
I'm so
did great."
glad.
So,
His parents are great, guys. If you ever get to meet Cale's parents,
Yes.
they're magnificent. They're
They're
awesome.
some of my favorite parents.
hi, mom and dad. I love you very much. You're so cool.
Yeah, shout out to Cale's parents.
Shout out to my mom and dad. But once again, thank you everyone who's watching. You guys are the best. Thank you who's listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do all that fun social media stuff. We're on Instagram. We're posting reels and stuff, and we're on YouTube and trying to see about Apple Music and TikTok.
We are
but
everywhere, and we will be everywhere.
Even
we're taking our sweet time. Yeah, we're gonna start the Beer Couch OnlyFans. we gotta reach like I think 1,000 subscribers. Beer Couch OnlyFans. Then we get the like special like shower beer episodes and
nice.
stuff. But thank you so much everyone, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Thanks for joining us on the couch.